The elite agent sets up his sniper rifle. He aims at the presidential candidate, but with his high intelligence, he detects the assassin's position through the reflection. He quickly realizes where the assassin is. The man immediately calculates in his mind the trajectory of the bullet approaching him. After the assassin pulls the trigger, he could easily dodge, but he purposely lets the bullet graze his shoulder, because being injured will help him gain more votes. It turns out the reason the man is so smart is because of this transparent chip. Humans only use 20% of their brain capacity, but this chip can unlock 100% of brain potential. A few weeks ago, Mike was a down-and-out writer. He was struggling to pay his rent, until he met his cousin, whom he hadn't seen in years. He introduced a new type of chip. His cousin said it was a secret project the company was working on. It would be sold for $1,000 in the future. One chip could change a life. Mike was skeptical, but still, he swallowed the chip anyway. But before he could feel its effects, he was confronted by the landlord demanding rent. Just as Mike was worried about how to escape, he suddenly felt a change in his brain. The world in front of him became crystal clear. He could see every wrinkle and hair on the landlord's face. When he saw the book in the woman's bag, he immediately realized the reason for her agitation. Just from the corner of the book, Mike recognized it as a book he read 12 years ago. The knowledge he once learned and forgot came rushing back. At this moment, his IQ had increased by dozens of times, and his emotional intelligence was rapidly increasing. With just a few words, he made the landlord very happy. He helped the landlord finish a paper in just 30 minutes. He felt like the smartest person in the world. A novel he couldn't write a single word of. Now, inspiration flowed like a fountain. He furiously typed on the keyboard without stopping. In just a few hours, Mike finished 5 weeks of work. He couldn't wait to submit his work. His boss couldn't stop reading his novel. The boss urged Mike to finish the remaining part quickly. He felt an overwhelming sense of happiness. It felt like he had reached the peak of his life. But once the effect of the chip wore off, Mike became no different from an ordinary person. The contrast was so painful it was unbearable. So Mike followed the address to the factory where the chip was made.